One of the most amazing things about living in San Diego is our accessibility to water, whether it's the Pacific Ocean, Mission Bay, or even at the harbor. Today, our friends Eric and Merlin with Overload ADV have invited us out for a fun day on the water in their 40-foot catamaran, and I cannot wait. I feel like it never gets old living in San Diego, from going to see luxury homes to now sitting on a luxury boat. I mean, does it really get much better than this?
Pretty lucky. Very lucky, yeah.
So Eric, thank you for having us on here. You're with Overload ADV. How did you guys get started with this business?
About 3 years ago, the idea came about, and it really stemmed from San Diego and all that San Diego has to offer. Within a couple hours, you can be in Mexico, you can be in the mountains, you can be at the beach. So from the history and the past that I've had with my business partner Merlin, from whether it be motorcycle riding, being on boats, or doing some airplane rides and experiences, we decided to put those together, and San Diego is really what sells the company as a whole.
Yeah, I imagine, because we have so many tourists that come here too that want to experience like this wonderful lifestyle we have, and probably looking for things a little bit off the beaten path, which I feel like your company really provides.
That's our goal, is to provide. There's a lot of things that you can do that will be a good experience. We try to provide something that you'll remember, give you a little bit of an adrenaline rush, and do it with a real touch on customer service.
Awesome. Well, definitely a day to remember for sure. And seeing you, we go to the luxury homes, now we sit on the luxury boat. And I love that today we're not necessarily in a place that maybe people might come to when they think of water. I mean, we are just outside of the marina near Coronado. So are you used to coming down in this area, Mark?
You know, it's interesting, as Eric mentioned, I mean, we got the Coronado Bridge directly behind us. We have Coronado there, and then the whole downtown skyline. My wife and I, we don't come down here as much as we used to with the two boys. It's a little more challenging, but the nice part about it, there's so much future development that they're making a lot of fun spots. We recently did come down, and they have a really cool little water park over near the Embarcadero that you can go to, and the kids had a blast. So, you know, it's really creating a more family-friendly and just, you know, locals, hey, come on down, enjoy San Diego. Look where we live.
Totally, because maybe, you know, with downtown, I don't live too far from downtown, but I don't come too often because I'm looking to kind of remove myself from maybe a big tourist trap, or, you know, a lot of tourists come to the gas lamp area. But there's a lot of new innovation happening in downtown. What's kind of some of the new stuff that's going to happen?
You know, it's crazy. There literally is $6.4 billion worth of future development that's going on in downtown San Diego. UCSD is doing a $42 million project. There are over 4,400 brand new constructions being built right now, condo complexes. There's the Embarcadero, where they want to, you know, revitalize that and just bring it back. There's Seaport Village. I mean, there's so much different things going on. There's a 1,800 bike share, so, you know, people come down, the trolley extension. So, I mean, I literally could go on and on, but within the next 10 to 15 years, this whole downtown is just going to be amazing for everyone.
Oh, nice. So yeah, maybe residents will get more of the push to come down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Eric, with your company, how do people get on these excursions? You know, how do you figure out what might be best for somebody? A motorcycle tour, getting onto a boat, etc.?
I think the nice thing with us is we have our set tours that are planned out throughout the year. So that's one way you can go, and we have routes planned, everything done. But what we've really focused on too is doing custom tours, custom charters, and airplane experiences that if you tell us that, hey, I want to go up and fly up north and see La Jolla, I want to fly over downtown and see what it looks like, we'll customize your trip for you. And that's really truly what I think separates us a little bit.
Yeah, so you do have a lot for like the thrill seeker, right? What about the person that maybe just wants just a casual excursion?
We can do that also, and I think a lot of people want that fun, innovative experience, and very something they're going to remember for a long time. But our goal, like I said before, is just to make sure that they have a good experience, get home in one piece, and have something they can have some memories and talk about for a long time.
Do you have a lot of San Diegans that are a part of your membership or come on board?
I do, and what's been neat about my business partner and I, for being in San Diego, I was born and raised here, my business partner's been here for a long time, is San Diego has such a diverse group of people that live here and that now call this place home, that our membership side has grown and grown and grown, and it's a wide array of people. And I think San Diego, just like you were mentioning with downtown, seeing San Diego over the course of the last 10 years change has been absolutely unbelievable. And I've always been proud to live here, but now is a very special time, and I think it's just going to get better.
Nice. So who would maybe want to be a member? What are some of the perks that come with that?
I think the number one thing about membership with our company is you're surrounded by like-minded people that like to get outside, enjoy the city that we live in, and then also be able to share some experiences. So if you're a member and you wanted to charter a boat, and you may come to one of our happy hours or come to one of our events and you meet another couple or another group of friends, that you end up chartering the next boat together. And being a membership, you're entitled to bigger boats or get discounts. So a lot of those kind of things all wrap in together. Same thing with the motorcycle side of it. The groups get together, and you may find 3 guys that you want to do a custom trip to Baja or to Mexico with, and we can put those together for you.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Awesome.
I want to get back to just downtown a little bit. We know that there's going to be so much innovation happening down there. As far as people moving to live down there, do you see that being a little bit more of a downtown mecca that people would actually live?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much new construction going on, and I've actually had quite a few clients that, you know, they're like, hey, let's go down and try downtown San Diego. I want to live downtown, okay? A lot of people have bought condos down here, and you know, you can go anywhere from a basic studio, which is kind of like a hotel alternative, for $300,000-$500,000, and then you can stretch it up to some of the amazing penthouses that, you know, $3.5 million plus.
Yeah.
I think it's just a neat opportunity. There's a lot of apartment buildings down here to rent as well. So it just kind of gives you that feeling. I've had a lot of friends that come down and are like, hey, I lived it, I'm back at the beach. And or vice versa. Hey, we love this. I come home, I park my car, I walk to a restaurant, I walk to shop, I go to the clubs.
And I think too, when you live downtown, you don't think that you can maybe walk to the water, but you actually can. You can also take a bike. We've got these scooters now too. Like, people are really taking it upon themselves to have this personal transportation outside of a car.
A lot of times people are like, oh, I don't want to drive down there because there's no parking. Yep. It's going to be congested. They have a master plan that they're working out that with the trolley extension, which is actually going to go from here all the way up to like University City area. So a lot of people, you can hop on there and you can get down 15, 20, 30 minutes. You don't have to worry about parking or anything, get dropped off and you're just enjoying. So I think the changes with that and just the easy flow in and out in different avenues, I think, you know, it's going to work out. Plus they've a lot of parking as well. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And be nice too, because we've got the baseball stadium down there too.
Oh yeah, Petco's awesome.
It's always nice to grab. But before I let you guys go, because we've got these drinks sitting here, we want to bask in the sunshine a little bit. Eric, I just got to ask you, how fun is your job?
I'm pretty blessed every day. I've got a great group of people that we surround ourselves with, from our guides to my business partner, and it's not bad to be out in the sun and on the water or out in the mountains on a motorcycle, so we're pretty blessed at what we do.
Awesome. Today, I'm in one of the hippest, coolest parts of town, the seaside, tight-knit community of Ocean Beach. I'm meeting Catrina on Voltaire at one of the newest spots. And this part of town has gone through a bit of a transformation. So she's going to tell me exactly what's going on. Well, Catrina, a couple months ago on this show, you were over at Sunny's on Point Loma Avenue. So I know that area has really developed, really changed over the years. How about Voltaire?
Same situation. 2 opposite ends of town with Newport Avenue. Our main business district is in the middle, basically. This area and Point Loma Avenue are kind of auxiliary commercial areas for Ocean Beach. And they're both undergoing huge transitions for the better, really.
Okay, great. Adding a little bit more to the community.
Yeah.
Gabe, how long has Voltaire Beach House been here, and have you seen a lot of shifts too on this side of town?
Absolutely. We've been here for a little over a year. We opened up in January of 2017. It's been a lot of fun since we opened. I think we've definitely enhanced this Voltaire corridor, but I think that's what's generally happening this side of Ocean Beach, which has become more of a focal point for the Ocean Beach Main Street Association, and hopefully just to bring some more vibrancy and exposure to this part of the neighborhood.
Nice. So I know that you guys are actually going to add on to this space too. What are some of the things that might be coming up for Voltaire Beach House?
So it's exciting. It's a little bit of a well-known secret these days, but we're going to be expanding into the next building. That's part of our property. We're going to be installing a 4-lane bowling alley. It's going to have a lot of interactive fun for the whole family. We'll have new drinks, new food, a great outdoor space for everybody, so it should be a lot of fun.
Nice. Is there anywhere to bowl currently here on?
No.
Okay.
There was years ago, there was an 8-lane bowling alley, and that was closed down like in the 50s.
What's some of the really highlights about Voltaire Beach House?
I'd say one of our main draws is the fact that we have probably the most dog-friendly environment here in Ocean Beach.
Yeah,
I'd like
the
to
dog beach
tout that.
is right down the street,
We've got Dog
right?
Beach right down the street, so it's an easy sell to get your dog right up here. We have a dog menu, like I said, which is just super dog-friendly. We also have a great craft cocktail menu made with fresh squeezed juice. All of our food's made from scratch. We've got a world-famous chef in the back. He does an amazing job. So really just kind of having a catch-all for everybody to be able to bring your friends, family. We're open early for breakfast. We stay late for drinks. So whatever you want, we can provide it.
Nice. And you can even bring your little furry friends and the
Absolutely.
family as well.
Absolutely.
I love how it's so indoor-outdoor. I mean, you're inside and you're protected, but you really feel like you're outside. It's all windows, which is really cool.
Yeah, perfect.
The design is cool.
Yeah, perfect for the beach community because you come here because you probably want to get a little of that outdoor flavor as well.
Yeah.
So the concept behind it was a Nantucket style beach house. So the owner is originally from Long Island. Since he was a little kid, he had this idea of this Nantucket style beach house in San Diego. So this is the closest we could get to it. Obviously we're not right on the beach, but we're gonna give you every amenity to make you feel like you're right on the beach.
Absolutely. So like a typical weekend, do you guys do brunch? Do you have special events? Any sort of nightly
All of the above.
trivia, all that stuff? Okay.
So we're heavily booked on the weekend for brunch. We do a great brunch. This place is packed. During the week, we like to do different events during the week. We do bingo Monday night. We do trivia Thursday night. We have live music here during the week. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but brunch is our bread and butter. We do a really good job at that.
Nice. I know Mother's Day is kind of right around the corner too. Do you have something special going on Mother's Day
Yeah,
too?
so we're gonna do a Mother's Day package. We'll have rosé for the mothers, and we'll do 15% off anybody who brings their mother in here for brunch. And then we're also, the following week, we're gonna do a rosé and namaste event for a yoga retreat that we're doing. So that will be a lot of fun. You're welcome. We're going to do a yoga here in the parking lot. You can bring your friends and family. You can do yoga and then come join us for brunch right after.
Yep, sign me up for that.
That's a perfect combination.
Yeah, that's a nice way to spend your Sunday. So as far as just like living in Ocean Beach, because I know you guys are both pretty local here, you know, are there really good developments you see here? I know times are really changing. So are there some like really popular things that you guys like to do and the businesses that are kind of booming? Do you think it's a good thing for Ocean Beach, for this community?
I do, you know, because I sell real estate.
Of
so
course.
All the changes I see are really amazing. Change can be hard. I think Ocean Beach fights really hard to keep our small town beach community feel, which is why I'm here. I love that. But change is also inevitable. And we're really getting some nice things coming in. It used to be a lot of, well, when I moved here in 1992, a lot of the storefronts were boarded up. It was the recession. It wasn't a good time. And to see the difference between then and now is astounding. And you know, you can walk down the street, you can take your kids where you're going. It's much more family friendly than it used to be.
A lot safer.
Yeah,
So what does the real estate market look like down here at the moment?
it's booming. It's really good. You know, I think this area used to be called the war zone of
Okay.
Ocean Beach, and it really kind of was. It was, you know, there was plenty of crime and drugs and a lot going on, very, very cheap rent. And places like this coming in and attracting people that are, family friendly, are making a huge change. And it's sort of the last bastion of Ocean Beach that is changing, that there's still so much growth potential here. So people are really attracted to it, and it's really cute. A lot of cottages left.
What's kind of maybe the price range? Because I know it could probably get really pricey around here in Ocean Beach, but is there a wide range that's available for someone?
Well, on a whole, in 92107, which is our zip code, our starter price range, we have a one-bedroom condo on the market as of today, starting at $315,000.
Okay.
$315,000. And our highest price property that's active today is $3,950,000. So we do have a really wide range of buyers and sellers in this neighborhood. So
like you said, it's
diverse.
hot. So if somebody wanted to get in here, like that starter home for $315,000, that condo, I mean, is that something you got to get on like right away?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And you need to be ready.
Okay. So back to the beach house a little bit. So I'm getting all hungry, kind of just thinking about the brunch and the drinks. What are some of your favorite things on this menu?
So we feature a lot of really healthy options. We have a lot of gluten-free options on our menu.
Yes, I am so sold.
But don't let that deter you away from what's delicious, heavy, hearty. So we have some of those as well. We feature short rib as kind of our forte right here. We do a really good job at braising our short rib. The ahi poke here is delicious. We have a great selection of burgers, bowls, sandwiches, wraps, you name it. We got it all.
One of my favorites, I've come in here with friends for happy hour, and they have a board with cheeses and fruit and breads, and it's like the perfect appetizer with a cocktail. It's really good.
I can imagine
There's nuts in there too, I think.
middle of the day, a little happy hour, fruit and cheese board, a cocktail, maybe catch the sunset.
Go to Dog Beach.
Seems like a nice life down here in OB.
Not too bad.
Thank you
It's
guys
good.
so much for bringing us here today.
You're welcome.
Well, I've lived in San Diego for the past few years, and one of my favorite things about working on this show is that we're always going to these amazing places that I never even knew existed. And today is a perfect example of that. We're in Rancho Bernardo at the Bernardo Winery. And when you come to this winery, it is surrounded by homes, so you'd never even know it was there. And once you pull up, here's this magnificent gem. I'm really excited to be here. I've never been to the Bernardo Winery. Mark, it must be really fun to kind of represent this district up here.
District 5 is a great district. We love having the Bernardo Winery here locally. Family owned and operated for over 100 years. The oldest winery, I believe, in the county. So it's just a great gem here in District 5, and it's great to be able to spend an afternoon here.
Absolutely. We know that San Diego is just such a mecca, not only for people moving all over the place to want to live here, but of course coming to vacation here, such a popular destination. Ryan, you certainly know that people always want to come to the beach, and you kind of oversee such a wonderful beach area of Encinitas. So you seeing a lot more vacationers come out to Encinitas this time of year? You seeing more people move in from other places? What's new over there?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a real trend of out-of-state buyers and vacationers from Seattle, from the Bay Area, from the Midwest. It's a beautiful place that we live in. It's not a cheap place.
Right.
A couple of months ago, Encinitas passed an ordinance that they're making it easier to do granny flats. The fees are coming down. The setbacks are getting easier, and I think that's a real kind of key step in helping the affordability.
Perfect. So I imagine granny flats can be used for a variety of reasons, really. Somebody who owns their home, it gives them just like an extra little property. Maybe a family member goes in, or maybe Airbnb. As a councilman in San Diego, since it's such a popular tourist vacation place, do you ever find that there's challenges in trying to appease people as far as Airbnb is concerned?
Yeah, it's a touchy issue, and part of it's, we've always had vacation rentals in San Diego. You think about the beach, the racetrack, all these places that people have been coming to for the summer for longer than we've all been alive, right? So that's not new. What is new is Airbnb makes it a lot easier, and it's easier for people to do it on a nightly basis. And so the complaints that we've heard from folks in neighborhoods, particularly single-family neighborhoods, are, they don't want their next-door neighbor not living there. They don't want a constant cycling in and out of people who are not local. And so what we're trying to do is figure out a reasonable path where, people, because this is an expensive place to live, are able to rent out and make a little extra money to help pay the mortgage, but also not disrupting the fabric of the single family community that people spend a lot of money to buy a place in.
Well, Ryan, not only do you represent the coastal regions, but I know sometimes you also have properties in this district too. Do you have a listing that you want to talk about today?
Yeah, absolutely we do. Rancho Penasquitos, it's a great 4,000 square foot home on a cul-de-sac. It's actually a former professional baseball player, and I'd like to say the backyard is an all-star backyard for a former all-star. Pool and just a really great private hangout area, so getting lots of interest on that one.
Well, gentlemen, it's been lovely to talk to you both, but we have got this amazing cheese platter in front of us. We've got wine, and this place is huge, so I'm excited to get out and discover a little bit more that the Bernardo Winery has. So let's dig in.
Thanks for having us.
Ross, this winery is just absolutely incredible. It's nothing like I've ever seen anywhere before because it seems like it's so much more than a winery, but I gotta ask, where are the grapes? Where do you find the vineyard?
Right, yeah, people ask me that all the time. They're driving through a 55 and over community and they're, where are we going? Where are we going? They call us when they're like halfway down the road. They're like, you're not here. I don't know. Then they see this oasis, right, of all these old buildings and things like that. And we have 5 acres of vineyards on the property, and they're all, that's tiny for how big of a production that we have. So we actually pick most of our grapes from all these really cool vineyards all around San Diego County. So like if you have a few acres in your backyard that have some grapes in them, we pick those. If you've got 70 acres in Ramona, we pick that. So that's where the grapes come from. They all come here and then we make the wine on the property.
Well, I stand corrected. Apparently the grapes are everywhere that you guys use.
Right.
So can you talk a little bit about the process? Because I know you also have the original winemaking machinery. I don't know if that's the correct way to say that, but tell me all about that.
It's totally mechanical, right?
Okay.
The process of winemaking hasn't changed a whole lot over the last 10,000 years, right? I mean, you get grapes, you ferment them, age them, mature them in some sort of container in big volume, and then you put them in a bottle and we drink them in an interview, right?
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. So, but we've been making wine here since 1889. We're the oldest operating winery in Southern California.
Wow.
And so, back then it was actually pretty modern. They would pick grapes in the vineyard, they would bring it into this old equipment that are actually still here. You can still tour it, and we have a really cool walking tour that you can go around, check out the different plaques and things like that. The grapes get crushed. It basically breaks the berries apart, and then fermentation starts. We separate the skins and the seeds from the liquid. The liquid is obviously the wine, right? That goes into a barrel, ages for a while, goes into a bottle, and then we drink it. That, like I said, is the same, except that back in the day, there was a lot of wood, a lot of concrete usage, and that you can still see here. Now, stainless steel, obviously American oak for the barrels, but stainless steel, nice and clean, right?
Sure. Well, I just picture this old I Love Lucy episode where they're in there with their bare feet crushing the grapes. I guess we've come a long way from that.
Yeah, we have. Just getting away from the feet part, I think, is the thing. Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty much the same,
Well, this place is just, I'm still like in awe of how different it is. What kind of events do you guys do? And I imagine weddings or bridal showers. Tell us everything.
Sure, we do a lot of events here. We do about 50 weddings, about 150 corporate and private events where you can do like a bachelorette party or birthday party or something like that. We just opened our new restaurant here called The Kitchen. So you can grab lunch. Bernardo Winery tasting room, right? You can go taste wine, drink wine, hang out, take some bottles home for dinner. And then we're also, over the course of the next couple of years, we're going to be able to do a lot of the catering and really sort of not reinvent necessarily how we do events here, because my grandfather, he bought the winery during Prohibition, and during Prohibition and after, they would bring all the Sicilians and all the Portuguese up to the winery, and they would party here on Sundays. And I mean, big barbecues with like big tri-tip and lots of pasta and wine flowing everywhere. I really want to bring that back, I want to bring back like that sort of like that Sunday barbecue feel, you know?
Yeah,
That
Sunday dinner, like the whole family is here. But
exactly. You know, we all get to drink and hang out and have a good time and nurse our hangover on Monday morning. Which is great.
Amazing. So even though this is like such a historical place, it sounds like you're still implementing new things to help evolve, and just the sky's the limit with opportunities of what you can do here on this land.
Yeah, certainly. And you know, the prime example of that is a lot of these buildings that we have our little shops in and the restaurant in, they were all used for something for the old winery at some point. You know, our clothes store, Cotton Cottage, was where the blacksmith was. The Rancho Bernardo Historical Society, which is, you know, amazing. They do some incredible work, and they've kind of like culminated this incredible history of Rancho Bernardo and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
That used to be our garage.
Okay.
You know, it's incredible. It's fun to be able to check out all these old buildings and see all that, you know?
Yeah, so much history here. So you can really come here and spend the entire day here.
Yeah, taste some wine, hang out, grab a cheese platter, grab some lunch.
Go a little shopping.
Shopping. We have, we actually are going to be opening a new coffee roaster and coffee shop here. So my sister and brother-in-law are opening a coffee roaster. My other sister runs a really amazing boutique that sells amazing handbags and jewelry. It's
Right.
fun.
So this
Fun
gem
stuff.
up here in Rancho Bernardo. Well, thank you so much for having us today, Ross. It's just been an incredible experience to be here and hear about the history of this place too.
It was my pleasure. Honestly, hanging out with you and drinking some wine is great. Love it.